country and I have opinions. So like any good American, I'm now going to put them on the internet. Hey, truth is, I'm nervous to talk about this because this is a serious issue and it involves things like human rights and right and wrong and law and complicated things that I think no one really truly understands. But I'm going to try and tackle it in 4 minutes if I can. So let's go. Okay, number one, I don't think we really have the constitutional right to ban gay marriage. A lot of people like to bring up that argument of our founding fathers were Christian, therefore we are a Christian nation and we need to vote as the Bible says so and stuff. But take a look at our Constitution. There's nothing in there that says that we vote Christian-like. There is no religion of America. There is no one set of beliefs. America was founded upon that belief that we have no set beliefs. We are just a big conglomerate of people who've come together for refuge from people who wanted to put their religion in the government. Our law is based upon the preservation of human rights, not anyone's holy book, despite what people may say. Whether our nation was founded by Christians or Mormons or believers in the flying spaghetti monster, no one has a right to exert their religious beliefs upon others unwillingly. No one. Number two, the old argument, if we allow gays to marry, then what's next? People wanting to marry their daughters, their goats, their kitchen sinks? Contrary to popular belief, no! Really? Is that how your logic works? Do you want to know how that would turn out applied to anything else? Honey, if we feed the dog, it's just gonna want to eat more. Yeah, you're right. We should just let it starve. With that logic, we never should have allowed marriage in the first place. We should all just be locked up in little teeny tiny cells because any ounce of human freedom would just result in us wanting more human freedom. American history is like a really bad sitcom that just keeps repeating the same mistakes over and over again. How many times are we going to go through freedom for everyone? Oh, but JK, not you. You know, first we didn't have religious freedom, so then we came to America. Then we had freedom for everyone, but not really the slaves. Not slaves. But then we freed the slaves. But not the women. The women can't vote. But then now the women can vote. Here we are again at the same intersection. The same choices are being made here. These are things that are going to go down in textbooks. And our children years from now are going to look at us and say, wow, how did they not see what they were doing? Can we finally live up to the freedom that we love to reference in patriotic speeches and on plaques on monuments? Because this whole partial freedom thing is a rerun. Number three. As for those of you who want to throw holy water on me and have me cleansed of my sinful words, plot twist, I'm a Christian. However, I do not believe in legislating my faith. When you remove the religious agenda from the law, those basic laws like do not murder and do not steal remain intact because it is based on the preservation of human rights. You don't need a book like the Bible or the Book of Mormon or any other religious script to tell you that those are wrong. Still not convinced? Okay, let's try a little exercise. Let's say that we decided to take all the 10 Commandments and put them into law. So we already have do not murder, do not steal, but what about do not covet? When's the last time you looked at something someone else had and thought, I'd like to have that? You've just broken a law. What about the last time you decided not to go to church because maybe you were a little too tired or you had work to do? You're breaking a law. Or maybe you stubbed your toe on a stair and you ended up saying, oh my God, you just broke a law. It's a lot easier to point out the things that other people are doing wrong because making laws that would restrict them further have no effect on us. But when suddenly it starts to creep in our comfort zone, things that we do regularly that don't necessarily line up with the Christian religion, it suddenly doesn't seem right anymore. Because the Christian faith is not a relationship between the man, the government, and then God. It's a relationship solely between the man and God. So, when you start watering God's law down by trying to legislate it, it's not making you any stronger. It's strongholding people into a false faith that is the very thing that we wanted to avoid when we founded America. See, as humans, we have this funny habit of pointing out the flaws in other people. It's a lot easier to pass the blame and say, well, I may have sinned, but at least I didn't sin as bad as them. But as Jesus said in the Sermon on the Mount, why do you point out the speck of dust in your brother's eye and ignore the plank in your own? Roughly summarized, stop hating your fellow human. There's an entire community in this world that the church fails to recognize, and at that point the church is not serving its purpose. So render unto Caesar what is Caesar's, and in the meantime, just love.